Hello humans, I'm the AlienDoctor, but you can call me Alien, and welcome back to another video. We're here inside the AlienCraft Season 2 Survivor World. It's episode 16, I was about to say 15 then, and yeah, we're here over at what was the Villager Trading Hall. Also, if my elytra looks different, it's because I'm currently making a texture pack that adds my logo to a bunch of different blocks and items, one of them being the elytra. So when the elytra is open, you can kind of see on the top there is my logo, of course. But anyway, enough about that. Oh, also, I do look a little bit different if I take off these. You can see here that my trousers kind of look a little bit different because Gingerwell pointed out to me, and I kind of already knew it, but you can kind of see this bit down here. Originally, it kind of looked like I wasn't wearing trousers because of, well, because it was a very similar colour to my like my head and skin colour, which made it, yeah, basically look like my skin wasn't wearing trousers, which is a bit silly. But yeah, even though it wasn't, they were different colours, but they were just like, it was kind of a design flaw because they were pretty similar colours. But anyway, it's fixed now, so that's fine. And yeah, now I should probably explain to you what's going on with this place. So this is obviously my Villager Trading Hall. However, the Villager Trading Hall kind of does not really exist at the moment. It's kind of pretty, yeah, pretty broken. So I am doing some work, and I'm actually only going to be live streaming this. This is only going to be a live streamed project. I'm probably not going to do that much of it in actual videos. The reason why is because it's like way more interesting to watch me get annoyed at villagers, like, you know, real time, instead of, you know, in a third person time lapse or in a video. So yeah, that's why. But basically, we are extending this place. We are making this place like massive. I want to completely, well, I've already pretty much completely destroyed it, but I want to completely redo it so that it is, well, yeah, pretty big. Like, I want it to take up a lot of this area. So I want it to take up a lot of the area over here where all these spruce trees are and all that sort of thing. I just want it to be pretty big because I want to have a good villager trading hall. Okay, so this has been a problem that keeps happening. Every time I log in at a different area that's not near the base area, this happens where, well, as you can kind of see, well, I can't fly anymore in this direction, but as you can kind of see, the world just is not generating over here. Well, not generating, not loading. Okay. Ow. Ow. Oh no, I swear, if I die here. Right, okay, that was scarily close, but what on earth? This keeps happening, and I don't know why, and it only happens in this area, and it's incredibly annoying. But yeah, as you can see here, oopsies. As you can see here, like, most of the world just has not generated, and it includes, yeah, if I place blocks in this area, they just don't exist. They're not loading, basically, and I've only ever noticed this problem happen after the Render Dragon update, and it was happening before 1.16.210, because obviously, fairly recently we updated to 1.16.210. But it was happening in .200 as well. It didn't really happen in .100, and I don't really know why it's happening or how to stop it, because it's really a bad place, because it's right at my base area, you know? So, yeah. This is very annoying, because as you can see, my base is here. And it's so strange, like, as you can see, mobs are even, like, loading in. You can see there's a mob here, and there's a... that was just a piece of grass. But yeah, well, it's so weird. And this is... I don't actually know where this is. Let me get out of here and relog. One relog later, and as you can see, the area is loaded. So this is an incredibly annoying bug, where basically every time I log out not near this area, it just does not load. And I don't know why. And yeah, it's just incredibly annoying, basically. Okay, so in the previous episode, we obviously just did a lot of, you know, general work around, you know, this area. For example, we started working on a little path up here, and then obviously I said I'd build a fountain here, and then also in the kind of main base area for now, we have the 0 tick sugarcane farm, which, by the way, produces like so much sugarcane. I know it's kind of cheaty, but at the same time, yeah, just this is the way for now. Although as soon as we have the infrastructure to build up a proper, big sugarcane farm with fly machines and things like that, we certainly will be, because my base idea does certainly include a lot of large-scale farms and a lot of large-scale flying machine farms, because they are pretty fun. But enough about what we did last episode. What are we doing? This episode is probably what you're going to be more interested in, unless of course you didn't watch last episode. But you can watch that of course in the top right, or in the playlist. But yeah, this episode I actually want to build up a creeper farm. So somewhere over there in the ocean, for no particular reason in the ocean, to be honest, just because I kind of feel like it, I want to build up a creeper farm because we need a better source of gunpowder. We have now the sugarcane, but we don't really have the gunpowder available to us. So yeah, I want to basically get a good source of gunpowder, and we're going to be doing that by, of course, building up a gunpowder farm. How many times did I say gunpowder in that sentence? The answer is too many. So by the time this video comes out, I will have made a tutorial, or uploaded a tutorial. I've already made it and recorded that video and stuff. But yeah, a tutorial will be out on my channel of how to build this coral fan farm. Now I do in that video talk about, why we use coral fans and not trapdoors or buttons in mob farms. The main reason I actually made that tutorial is because I knew we were going to be building up a creeper farm, and I knew that we would need a good source of dead coral fans, or just coral fans, to actually do that. So obviously this farm is going to produce us plenty of coral fans, which we can then use, well, that chest is empty, but we can then obviously use these coral fans for actually, building our creeper farm. We are going to have to start off today's video by building this little farm so that we can get enough coral fans to actually build up a large-scale creeper farm. Or not a super large-scale creeper farm, but we'll talk more about the creeper farm design a little bit later. Okay, so because I've kind of got a somewhat sorted ender chest nowadays, I think it's probably a smart idea that we actually craft ourselves up a silk touch pickaxe, because somehow this far into the season I still do not have a silk touch pickaxe. Or I did, but I lost it, but it was iron anyway, so there we go. Here's a diamond one. Please be silk touch. Oh, okay, well, luckily for us, I happen to know how to get a silk touch pickaxe, because now what we're going to do is we're going to take all of these books, unenchant them, and then re-enchant them with the enchantment table to basically re-enroll our trades. So I grabbed a bunch of junk enchantment books that we don't need, and I'm now going to unenchant them over here using the grindstone, which actually isn't over here, it's actually back over at the raid farm. Okay, so now what we do is enchant this with just a level 1 enchantment, and then, hey, look at that silk touch. Although we don't have enough levels, so I guess it's time to go to the raid farm for a little bit. It would appear that I have died. So I literally just got back from an AFK session where I did a bunch of cleaning, got myself a snack, filled up my water bottle. I was just doing a little AFK session at the raid farm, to get myself some more levels. And what do I come back to when I'm back at my computer? I come back to a "you died" screen. Somehow, and I don't know how, I probably should have slept before I did this, but yeah, I died. And what did I... Okay, I was killed by a Vex. Vexes aren't meant to spawn in this farm. That's the bug. I got killed by a bug. Evokers are only meant to summon Vexes if they can see you. And I was here, they can't see me. I've now lost all of my... I'm basically back to where we started. I'm even lower than where we started, actually. I guess we're doing a little bit of a longer AFK session today than I was expecting. Oh, jeez. Okay, so I may have accidentally recorded a couple of clips without my microphone audio, but basically in these next couple of clips you're just going to see me getting the silk touch on the pickaxe and then heading over to the villager trading hall to get things like mending and unbreaking. Okay, there we go. So we now have Alien's Silk Touch Pickaxe right here. There is a space at the start of that name, I think. Can we get rid of that? Yeah, there we go. Oh, it is going to cost us 8, but whatever. We have a raid farm. We have a good source of experience. But yeah, anyway, now let's actually get on to building this coral fan farm, I guess. Because in case you couldn't tell, I have kind of gotten extremely distracted trying to build this, and actually I need a short box. But yeah, anyway, let's actually get on with it now. I'm going to stop getting distracted. Okay, so I did actually design this farm to be pretty cheap, and I was also thinking about where we're going to build it. And I was thinking maybe somewhere down here, actually in the, you know, kind of bunker area that we have and, you know, finished decorating in the previous episode. So, yeah, I think we're going to build it down here, potentially even in this area over here. Okay, so I want to build it in a place where we'll obviously be near enough to the slime farm so the slime farm can have slimes and, you know, basically still be active whilst we use it. The problem is if we build it up here, we're going to be too near for any mobs to spawn down there, or any large amount of mobs anyway. So what I was thinking is maybe just punching out like a hole this area, and yeah, actually doing it here. The problem is we have this chicken. I guess we don't really need the chicken. And we also have Jerry. Now, I was going to have a use for Jerry, but I don't really need him anymore. He was actually originally the villager we were going to use for the slime farm. Or not the slime farm, the raid farm. However, I've already built the raid farm, so sorry, Jerry. But yeah, Jerry is also gone. And yeah, I think this is going to be where we will actually build ourselves this farm. This should be far enough away from there that mobs will still be able to spawn whilst it's still being loaded in. Okay, so everything should be working now. This is actually going to be the first test of this farm, but yeah, as you can see here, I have actually built up the farm, and well, yeah, this is going to be the first test. So if we flick this lever and then mine it, although we do not have any silk touch gear. Oh wait, yeah, of course we do. We've got the pickaxe. There we go. We are getting ourselves coral and coral fan, and we're also not breaking the glass at the back, which is a good thing. But yeah, I'm literally just holding down my auto clicker, and I can set this auto clicker to, you know, go so I don't even have to hold down the mouse. But yeah, this is really good. This means we are going to get a load and loads and loads of coral and coral fans. Now they are all going in to this chest right here, and if we were to use this with shears, we'd also get the seagrass that is being grown as well. But I explained a lot more in detail about all of that sort of thing in the actual tutorial for this farm, which you should probably go and check out if you are interested in how it works and want to build it and stuff. But yeah, this is actually really, really good. I'm really happy with this. Another thing is I think it does really fit in quite well with this area. Like, I guess it is a little bit, you know, kind of like, I guess it sort of fits in but then sort of doesn't. Like, I tried to make it fit in, and then like I feel like it was pretty easy to decorate around, but with certain parts like this glass just does not make it fit in. However, I don't think putting, I want to be able to see in it because I want to make sure everything's working okay. So I don't really want to put any like other blocks here instead. I think if we put like granite and diorite blocks there, it would look a lot more, you know, or a lot more fit in with this place. But yeah, they're all going into here through this water stream, and oh man, it just works so well. And yeah, I'll AFK this for a little bit until we have enough coral fans. So if you are in fact wondering what this farm actually looks like whilst I'm AFK, then well, I'm here on my spectator account, and it is a little bit hard to control this thing at the same time. So yeah, hang on, let's get out of F5 mode. There we go. But yeah, here is my spectator account on my laptop, of course, and you can see me just going backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards and backwards and yeah, basically. But I wanted to see like what sort of like how many items are we getting from this thing, and you can see we're actually getting quite a lot of items coming out, because when you're in here you can't really like, you know, see what sort of items are traveling through the actual water streams. We can see here that we are getting quite a lot of items, if I do say so myself. In fact, we've nearly filled up this this chest, which is pretty good. But yeah, overall, I'm really happy with this farm. Also, over here, I actually did make, over here, I think I'll put a door, but for now, it's kind of just a hole in the wall. Maybe we could put some sort of piston door here at some point. But yeah, this is going to be kind of like the area where we, you know, go down here and under here to actually fill up the bone meal. And then if we actually head over here, then we can actually also check up what the slime farm has been doing. And oh dear, it was on 8 slime last time I checked, which means it might not have been running since, well yeah, that means it's potentially not been running whilst I've been over here. Also, I've left this trident killer on because we are obviously getting zombies spawning from that spawner as well whilst I may have going over there, which is kind of a good thing but also a bad thing at the same time. But yeah, this spawner is absolutely chucking out zombies, and then I've also been leaving my alt account, or this spectator account, over in somewhere in that direction over at the bone meal farm. But yeah, wow, this is going really well. I'm gonna take this guy back to the bone meal farm and you know, AFK there for a bit so that we also have a bunch of bones. In fact, here is the bone meal farm, speaking of it. And this is the creeper farm design I'm actually going to be using. This is designed by Navy Nexus, and it is a creeper only farm, as you can see. However, we are going to be kind of messing it up. Well, not messing it up. We're going to be changing it a little bit to make it just an all-round mob farm. So we're going to actually get rid of all of these trapdoors, because we don't need trapdoors, and we're also going to get rid of the wait, actually no, I think the buttons are going to stay because the buttons stop spiders from spawning, but we will get rid, or just won't build, these trapdoors, and essentially this will just be a really small mob farm. Now this actually, when it's in a creeper only farm, only gives you 5 stacks of gunpowder an hour, which is not very good. However, I don't want a massive mob farm that's, you know, going to take a lot of time to build and also be really efficient. I'd rather just build something like this, because it's not like we're on a multiplayer server where we're going to be selling gunpowder to other people. We literally just need gunpowder for rockets and that's it. So 5 stacks an hour should be enough. And obviously bear in mind that we're actually going to be turning this into a general mob farm as well, which means we should get even more drops from it. But yeah, I'm going to be slightly adapting this, but this is going to be basically what the final version of the farm will be based off. So I just need to do a bunch of tests and stuff. But you can see here, this is why we actually needed the coral fans, is so that the mobs would fall down. Okay, so basically, the trapdoors that were here are originally for stopping enderman spawns. However, I don't really mind endermen spawning massively. What I don't want is spiders spawning, because spiders are a pain because they won't properly fall down and they'll just take up the mob cap for a while. So we're going to leave these buttons here because these buttons should stop the spiders, I believe, unless I'm wrong, which I actually might be, to be honest. I'm not fully sure about that one. But yeah, it makes sense that they stop the spiders from spawning anyway. So yeah, imagine this top layer, and then just imagine it is all of these other layers, but I haven't messed around with these layers, only this top one. Now the reason that leaf roof is there is because leaves make it so that this still gets surface spawns, but obviously still doesn't let through light, because surface spawns and cave spawns have different mob caps, which means this will be basically the most efficient it can possibly be with this size spawning platform. Okay, so as you can see, I've started working now on the creeper farm. I kind of just got on with it and, you know, didn't really record any clips or anything. But yeah, here is the creeper farm. It is really not finished. I have only put in kind of like the 6 spawning platforms. So as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I haven't put in any of the buttons that we're going to need to put in, or any of the coal fans. However, or the roof, I haven't even built the roof yet, and I don't even know if I'm going to have enough blocks to build the roof, which is going to be a bit of a pain. But yeah, at least the foundation for the farm is in. Surprisingly, one of the things which we were lacking the most of in regards to resources was actually enough wood to, you know, make these fences. However, we're always lacking wood these days, so that is hardly surprising. Also, this is really weird where the trident is like poking out. I don't know, I've never used this design of trident killer before. I have tested it, it does seem to work. I don't know, I just find it a little bit strange. Like, sometimes it doesn't look like it's working. Like, sometimes I wonder whether it is actually always working, because the pistons, it's kind of inconsistent. The pistons don't really go in the same order, I don't think. Or maybe they do and it just doesn't look like they do. I don't know. But yeah, either way, I'm just going to continue on building this thing and yeah, record clips when I see necessary. I'm not going to time-lapse it because I don't think it's going to necessarily look very good in a time-lapse with all of these different spawning platforms in, and also I don't think we have enough time for this video to add in a time-lapse. And also my laptop is buried beneath like a bunch of mostly English revision, so yeah, it's not going to happen today, I'm afraid. We have done basically the entire farm. Other than the roof, the farm is now completely done. So for a little bit of a breakdown of how this works, there are coral fans, and the coral fans will trick mobs into falling down there into the water stream. I made a tutorial all about a coral fan farm, and I do explain why you use coral fans and not buttons or trap rules, so go check that out if you're interested. And yeah, these buttons are here to actually stop spiders from spawning, because it means spiders will not have an area to spawn in. They don't. Their hitbox is big enough that, you know, when the game tries to spawn in a spider, these buttons will still be in the same way, and that is also partly due to the fact that in Bedrock Edition, mobs try to spawn on the northwest of blocks. So yeah, that's the basics of how the farm works, and then when they fall down the hole, and this is called a waffle design, by the way. People seem to just call it a waffle design for whatever reason, so I'm going to as well. But this is a waffle design because it sort of looks like a waffle, as you can see here. And yeah, what they'll do is they'll fall into this water stream, and then they'll all get pushed down into that one by one hole, down into this trident killer, which, well, yeah, it's a trident killer, it works, as you can see right there. And yeah, that's basically the basics of how this farm works, although I am now going to need to install the roof above this farm, and I don't really have any blocks left to do that. Oh, actually, you know what, I have a couple of blocks left, but we're also going to need a bunch of leaves as well, so I'm going to have to go and gather some leaves. So yeah, this is unfortunately not going to be a quick job. After rummaging through my chests a little bit, I have found a couple of leaves, or a couple of stacks. I actually don't think we're going to need that many more leaves. The reason we use leaves instead of full blocks is because in Bedrock Edition, if you just make a full solid block roof, then that will count as a cave spawn, basically underneath that, meaning that the cave mob cap is a lot less than surface mobs cap. So this top layer is actually going to be surface spawns because there will be leaves above it. Okay, so I finished up like most of the roof. If I walk out here, actually, you'll be able to see I still kind of missing that corner, but that's fine. I can do that really quickly. And you can also see mobs are, you know, they're dropping in. It's definitely working. But the trident killer is not working. So you can see the trident killer is definitely in there, but it's just not working very well. Like, you can see how many mobs there were in there. I just auto-clicked them all because I can. But yeah, basically, this trident killer design does not seem to be working very well at all. I'm not sure if I built it wrong or something, but yeah, it's not working. But so we'll probably change that, but I think we'll change it like in between episodes or something. But yeah, you can see here the farm is completely done, other than this little bit of the roof, which isn't going to affect it that much But yeah, I really like the way this farm turned out, and that is actually going to be it for, well, you can see there are even mobs coming in it now. This is amazing. So yeah, in most videos nowadays, I'll probably end up having my spectator account AFKing down there, just to, you know, get as much gunpowder and drops from this thing as we possibly can. But yeah, that is actually going to be it for today's video. I do hope you have enjoyed. Feel free to subscribe and join the Alien Empire today. There are plenty more videos like this on my channel, so feel free to check all those out. I'll hopefully see you in episode 17 very soon. Bye.